In this video we're going to review the No.1 Sun S2 SmartWatch from gearbest.com. Now the link to buy will be down below, and I'll also put a coupon code down below so you can get it cheaper than what it actually goes for. So as you can see, I got the gold version, and it also came with a magnetic charger. And there you go, the magnetic charger simply just snaps on. Now I really like the magnetic charge feature, and it saves a lot of time from pulling it out. So here's the smartwatch with a 1.22 inch HD IPS screen. There's the 0.3 megapixel camera on the side, the power on, power off and unlock and lock button. Now this smartwatch has 3 clock faces. The clock faces are only accessible on the lock screen. Now the touch works fine, it's just hard to use behind the camera. So inside this smartwatch is the MT6260 built-in chip, and it runs on Bluetooth 3.0. And yes, it's waterproof, but I wouldn't advise any of you to try it. After all, it is a smartwatch. Now the waterproof rating is IP67. But again, I would advise no one to try it, because the main waterproof feature is mainly for rain and weathering. So as you can see, we got a dialer here and the messaging. Now it's quite hard to use the screen because it is quite small, but I guess you can get used to it. So here are all the apps and features. Because this smartwatch doesn't run on Android Wear, you cannot download any apps. So you can only use the ones that are built in. So you have a dialer, messaging, phone book and call logs. We've got Bluetooth, remote notifier, remote capture and anti-lost. Settings, pedometer, sleep monitor and sedentary timer. Now the pedometer doesn't work if you shake the phone or smartwatch. It recognises that you're just shaking it. But when I did try it, we're putting it on my wrist and it works perfectly fine, and it's even pretty accurate. Here's the sleep monitor. Now this is used to calculate how long you slept for and how well you slept, depending on the way you move. And the sedentary timer, which is pretty much just a reminder or timer, so it's just like put a certain time in 30 minutes and the phone will ring in 30 minutes. So here we've got the simple settings that most normal phones have. You can change the wallpaper, and it's even got motion features. So I'm going to put the brightness down. As you can see, it's quite hard to push it down because of the screen. So here we've got the alarms. You can set an alarm. We also have a calculator. So this smartwatch basically has the most basic features a normal phone has. But the main feature of this smartwatch is to remote notify you of notifications on your phone. So if you get a WhatsApp message, a Viber message, a Facebook notification, it will all pop up on the smartwatch, so you don't have to take out your phone all the time to look at it. So I'm going to test out the camera here. It is a 0.3 megapixel camera, and I have to admit it's not the best camera in the world, but it's only a smartwatch and the main feature isn't a camera. So here it is. Sorry about how hard it is to see. We can play music straight from your phone via the Bluetooth feature. Now the smartwatch doesn't even feel too heavy. It feels like feel good in the hand. We can also record, obviously, through the 0.3 megapixel camera again. So let me just go ahead and go on my phone. and we'll play a music. And if I play it through my phone, it will come out of the smartwatch speaker, which is located on the bottom. As you can see, it's fairly loud. Now the speaker is located here on the bottom corner, and it does get muffled a bit when you're wearing it on your hand. This side button can also be used as a home button, so it takes you straight to the home. And we've got some more features here. We've got image viewer, video player, sound recorder, and a heart rate monitor. Now this heart rate monitor does work, but I wouldn't rely on it completely. It's great that it has a heart rate monitor, as most smartwatches doesn't really have it, and if they do, they're like £200 smartwatches. So I'm going to try and test it out here. Simply put your finger or your whole wrist underneath the green light and it will start measuring. As you can see, mine is 79 beats per minute. Now the ECG feature is used for the heart rate monitor. There's also plenty more features, fitness features, and there's also a stopwatch, again found on most watches. Now the only problem here is that black line underneath the screen. It's just like the Moto G, it has a black line underneath the screen. I don't know why these smartwatches have it, but I just hope that someday in the future maybe they'll move the whole screen down and you don't get that black line. Now there's the ECG feature, and there's a UV light feature also, and you can also check the temperature of the room you are in. Sorry, the camera is quite hard to focus on such a small thing like a smartwatch. And that's it, those are the main features of the smartwatch. Now I mainly use this smartwatch as a fitness watch or just to check notifications from my phone, but obviously you can use it for whatever you want. You can even use it as a real phone, but I don't use it as a phone. Now if you click on quick response, there's a little QR code there. Basically you got to download a QR scanner on your smartphone, or if you've already got one installed you can use that. So I'm just going to go ahead and download a QR scanner. Simply go on your app store and just search QR scanner. Now this feature will only work on Android phones. It might work on iOS, but I would give it a try. Okay, so simply scan that code and you'll be directed to this website here. Let the website open up. Now the issue here, it isn't in English, but I guess if you use Google Chrome it will translate it for you. But you want to download the one that says BT Notification Android. Go ahead and press OK. Press OK again, let it download. And once that is downloaded, you want to install that APK, which is basically an app. Now if you can't install it, go ahead and go on your settings, security, and make sure unknown sources is ticked. So once you've installed that app, simply open it up. Go ahead and follow what it says. Make sure BT notification is ticked on. And that's it. Now you will get Bluetooth notification from every app on your smartphone. So every notification you get on your smartphone, for example Facebook, WhatsApp, it will all pop up on your smartwatch. And you can also use the remote camera feature, so you can control the camera on the smartphone through the smartwatch. And I'll show you that in just a little bit. So there it is, the remote camera. Go ahead and click it open. Now I've got to admit, sometimes it doesn't work, but you just got to make sure by turning your Bluetooth off and on, and then it will reconnect. And here's what I'm doing right now. I turn the Bluetooth off and on. Going ahead and opening up Bluetooth notifier. And try it one more time. And there it is. So I'm using the phone camera through the smartwatch. So it's a good feature, but the only problem is you can't focus. So it just takes a picture how it is. Alright, so let's try ahead and try and call someone. So I'm going to call my local network provider, so you can see the sound quality of the speakers on this smartwatch. Now the microphone is really great on this smartwatch. You can hold it about 30 centimeters away from you and it will still pick up your sound. So here it is. Let me just put the speaker up, and here it is. Speaker is coming out from the bottom. Now I'm calling on the smartwatch, but it's from the SIM card on the smartphone, and that's how it connects through Bluetooth. Now it's a pretty speedy smartwatch and it doesn't lag at all. It's a really nice smartwatch and I recommend it to anyone who uses simple features. And if you look around, most smartwatches are really highly priced, and this is pretty similar to the GV18A Plus I reviewed a few weeks ago, but this is much better because it's got more features. But if you don't use those features, I would advise you to go for the GV18A Plus. Now these features are the heart rate monitor, the waterproof feature, and also the motion features on there. And of course the design. This is more designed like a normal watch. The other one was designed like an actual smartwatch. Now you can see my unboxing video. Link to the unboxing video will be down below. So in this video I'm just going to turn the lights off and show you the screen. It is an IPS screen. As you can see, the viewing angles are amazing. And you could actually probably get away with it being a real watch. Like, not a lot of people would recognise it. So here's the simple thing, everything that came. The charger, the box with a user manual inside. Now it's a really nice box. It doesn't look like a phone box, but it looks more like a watch box. And obviously the smartwatch. So it's a copper gold colour. Well, it's said to be gold, but it looks more like copper gold or rose gold, which is just like the Apple Watch, which is copper gold and rose gold. It's just that black line that's a really big letdown. Now I give this watch an overall score of 9 out of 10. It's a really cheap watch, but the black line is a big letdown. Other than that, this watch is amazing. The battery life lasts about 3 days. And it doesn't even weigh a lot, and it feels like a good quality watch. Link to buy will be down below with coupon code.
Yeah.